Today we are going to talk about BMR digital finishing process, and it is dynamic, sustainable, and efficient. And of course, we will have an overview of BMR areas of expertise, and then we are going to talk about lapping and treatment with a special focus on super shine, and then the squaring process with a special focus on the squaring machine with cameras. BMR's area of expertise are polishing, lapping, treatment, squaring, and chamfering, and cutting systems for processing glazed ceramic surfaces, porcelain stoneware, porous single and double fire tiles that range from traditional size up to large slabs, up to 1.6 for 3.2 millimeters and above. So let's start with the first video, please. Things that seemed to be futuristic some years ago now are becoming the present of ceramic production: finishing line real-time simulator, digital twin, remote control, supervision, data management, interconnection between all the machines, dynamic stock management, and 100% efficiency. In particular, here in the video is shown the digital twin simulator that can calculate and show you the true and accurate production of your finishing department. Starting from the needed productive efficiency and tile sizes, we can hypothesize production batches and simulate the real production of your actual or future plant. This helps new project or efficiency increments of the existing ones. Okay, having said that, let's go to the next slides, and we'll see an overview of our products and latest news. Starting from the lapping and treatment process, this is a line example of a standard BMR lapping and treatment line. First, you can see the pre-squaring department, and then is followed by a lapping department with Laviga Plus, and then the treatment, and lastly, the final squaring. Now, let's look at a real layout example, because here we see that there is the lapping unit, which is carried out by two 20 heads Laviga Plus machines, then the AC treatment, and then the final treatment here with the super shine. Here is the positioning of the lapping machine. And lapping is the surface polishing process that gives more or less shiny finishes to glazed surfaces or to porcelain stoneware. There are two versions of BMR lapping machine, Laviga and Laviga Plus. The first has a single mobile bridge. The second one has a double upward traversing bridge. After lapping, there is the first treatment, is called acid treatment, and it is used to prevent acid attacks on the surface of the tile after laying. An acid proofing consists of applying an acid solution with a sponge roller or acetality replicator, and then rinsing it with water. As you can see in the slide, the two images, you can see before the porosity of the tiles after lapping, there are a lot of residues inside the porosities. Only with the acid treatment, you can clean these porosities and take away the residues. Lastly, there is the final treatment. BMR uses two solutions, top coat or super shine? Let's see. The top coat solution is a line consisting of 2 brushing units. Standard is like 3 heads each and the relative fluid applicator. The product applied is the cold silicon, but the gloss increasing from the lapping is 0. But the process is sealant of the porosity, and the temperature process is 35 degrees, and it can be used by glazed porcelain tile, matte, and on technical porcelain. A totally different machine is the Super Shine, with 7 head working head with dry application of fluid from each head, and then 3 washing heads for final cleaning. And the product applied is the micronized silica, and the gloss increase will be 30 points and more. This is a super polishing process with the temperature of 70, working temperature of 70 degrees, and we suggest to use it on glazed porcelain. We can focus also with the top coat solution. Top coat, as I said before, is a line that consists of a planetary applicator or sponge roller for applying the product, an acid pickling solution and sealant, and a brush. It allows to get back the product's original gloss produced by the lapping process, because after the lapping there is a certain points of gloss. However, in order to remove the residues inside the porosities, we have to treat the tile with the acid treatment. The acid treatment decreases this gloss, and this solution can get back the product's original gloss after lapping. Here it is, the Super Shine. It can be thought of a dry super polishing machine. The machine uses the natural silica and a thermomechanical process in order to increase the gloss by 30 units and more. We have installed over 100 machines worldwide. And Super Shine uses 10 580 millimeters diameters planetary heads with 6 160 millimeters tools driven by 15 kilowatts motors. Each head applies an adjustable amount of this natural silica in liquid suspension that is then passed by weight on the heads. And of course, the purpose of the first 7 heads is the application and the polishing of the tile. Then there is 2 free positions that absorption for the absorption of the product. And the last 3 heads are used for washing. This results in the constant quality of the finished products. Here we can see a comparison at a glance. Before the treatment and after the treatment, we can see that the surface of the tile was photographed with coaxial light in order to highlight the areas that do not reflect light. The untreated tile has so many scratches that makes the superficie opaque. After the Super Shine, you can see a shiny surface. These are some of the many advantages of Super Shine. Above 90 points of gloss, whereas the tile is wear resistant, is acid resistant. And then in the images in here, you can see the difference between an untreated tile and a treated tile. The untreated tile is opaque. The treated tile is shiny with high gloss. And let's see the second video of this slides presentation. Okay, now let's go on with the next slide. And after the lapping and treatment process, we have the squaring process. After the cutting and splitting process at first, as you can see in this standard line, the tile have to be squared and beveled by a squaring machine. The machine, top squatter die or squatter dry, is composed by two modules. The first module squares the long sides of the tile. Then the tile is turned by a tile turner, and the second module squares the short sides of the tile. Let's go on with this video for the traditional configuration of the squaring machine with manual adjustment spindle. In the video, we have just seen the manual adjustment of each spindle by the operator. But now we have in the dry process, so in the dry squaring machine, we have three different automations. The first is the traditional manual squaring machine, the video. And then we have the semi-automatic solution with the squaring machine with laser sensors and amateur pulpit in order to let the operator to move each spindles in an electric way. And then there is the full automatic machine with cameras. Let's get into it. So the automatic squaring machine has an artificial vision system that includes a camera for each grinding wheel. This system is supported by an ad hoc management of the spindles and positioning of the grinding wheels, which can monitor the level of wear and the thermal expansion of the abrasive, allowing a rapid and targeted movement of the grinding wheels. Let's see the video, please. Okay, and now there is a resume of the advantages of the full automatic square machine. The grinding wheel savings from 25–30% less consumption because the tools work in the best condition possible. And also there is an increased productivity because the fast size change, the identification and the resolution of problems, the increased quality because there are less chips, less downtime, greater production continuity, and then less waste of material during the size change. There is also the constant control over the processing, and then the remote management of the machine. You have the operator can perform outside the cabin, the soundproof cabin, of course, except for the grinding wheel change. And then the control over consumption data and all information regarding this consumption, the duration and efficiency of the grinding wheels are constantly recorded and saved. And there are possibilities of customized reports. And also, it's very important also to see a real case of one of our best cost customer that and his choice go to the full automatic system. Let's see. With this system, we can really increase the efficiency up to 100% of efficiency. And then, of course, increase in efficiency is, of course, higher percentage of the first choice tile. Another advantages of the dry process is, of course, the dust recovery. We made a research with the Modern University of the powder recovery from the squaring process. and to be recovered in the body preparation. The powders can be used in quantities of at least up to 4 or 5% of the body without creating technological problems. Of course, if you work a total body, white total body, of course, you have to recover only total body powder, total white powder. But in rustic or specially prepared bodies, the addition of large quantities of powders, 25%, causes only a limited reduction in the colorimetric L value. And then, last but not least, I'm going to briefly show you our new showroom, the BMR Gallery, a place in which our guests can see our technology and develop with us their new projects. Of course, all of you are welcome to our BMR gallery. So, thanks a lot, and thanks for your attention. Bye, everybody.